Hey you guys, it's Kristina. I'm so grateful to have you here with me. Today I want to talk about how to eliminate toxic people from your life and how to create a state of peace, balance, and happiness within yourself. How to release these toxic people, how to move forward, how to let go, because you deserve to be happy. I posted on my Instagram yesterday and it had a tremendous response, a tremendous positive response. I don't think I've ever had so many positive comments on an Instagram post. And I was very honest about a situation that I've had to deal with personally that I've learned so much from. And I shared it because I feel that many people have been through something similar, and if I can share what I know about a situation like this, then maybe perhaps I can bring all of you, other people, a lot of happiness. So I'm gonna read this post, and I'll put it on the screen. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow right here. For those of you who follow me on YouTube, I'm gonna catch you up real quick. I would like to take a minute to say something about liars, manipulators, narcissists, dishonest and cruel people. Beware, because most of the time they are wolves covered in sheep's clothing. They do not care about you. They're there to deceive you. And their sole purpose is to manipulate you to the point where they get everything they need from you and then dump you to the side as if you were trash. Fake love. But that's not all. They are so good at what they're doing. They'll tell everyone that you were the problem and that somehow everything was your fault. This is where you must be careful, because it was never you. It was never your fault. You will give and give and give until you have nothing left, and they will still try to take more from you. These are not kind people. These people are not your tribe. You must learn to protect your heart. Be selective about who you trust. Believe me when I say I have learned this lesson. The people who truly love you will never try to hurt you in such a way. In this very moment, please let go and learn to love yourself. The only way you can win with a toxic person like this is to not play their game. Say goodbye. Love yourself enough to set yourself free. You deserve to be happy. I have a lot to say about this, and I'm just gonna start off by saying that we've all encountered situations, relationships, family members, friendships, intimate relationships, acquaintances, work relationships, any type of relationship. We've all encountered something like this. We've all encountered a relationship that hasn't worked out, right? You've fallen out with somebody. Things didn't work out. You disagreed on something. You had different mindsets about a certain situation. Someone hurt you. You hurt them, right? Maybe perhaps there was lying or stealing or cheating. There was dishonesty there. We've all had one of these situations happen. And it leaves us feeling hurt and with a bittersweet taste in our mouth, because maybe perhaps at one time you did have beautiful memories with this person, but for some reason it ended. And so now every time you look back, you have that memory with that person. And there comes a time, there comes a fork in that road where you have to choose whether to hang on and continue that relationship with that person, or it's time to let go. At what point do you decide to let go? At what point do you decide that that relationship to you is toxic? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad person. Did this person make bad choices? Maybe, perhaps. But does it mean that they're a bad person? That's within discussion. Maybe perhaps there's no such thing as a bad person. There's no right, there's no wrong. There are merely choices, and every choice has a consequence, whether it may be good or bad. Being on social media, I have definitely encountered plenty of situations where I've trusted people and I've gotten hurt. Because naturally, I am an overly trusting person. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I don't trust anybody. I guard myself, I guard this guy. I'm just not one of those people. I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm super sensitive. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I just open up to most people every time I meet them. And this has gotten me in trouble because I'm overly trusting. I share too much too soon. And you know what? For people who see something that they like about you or that they want from you, they're very quick to figure out ways how to hurt you or how to bring you down or how to make you look bad because they feel that it will make them look better. These people are very deceptive. Stay away from these people. It never turns out well. When I posted this, I wasn't expecting such an incredible response from people who offered insight and wisdom into this, and who helped other people heal on the thread. And it became more about helping people heal from toxic relationships and giving people support more than anything else. I'm gonna read a few. Seal Bagnal Putam said, the bad part about those people is that they come on slow. They convince you that they're safe and loving, and when they know that you are hooked and trusting them, by the time you realize what's going on, it's too late. You've given too much of yourself to them. This leads to second guessing and so much more before you're actually able to let go. Learn to see the red flags from the beginning and avoid all of it. That is key. It's so interesting because for those of you who are trusting like me, I've learned now to connect with people on a different level, on a deeper level, and to get to know them before you completely open up 100%. And if you see red flags, then know where your boundaries are. That's a big word, right? Boundaries. Establish boundaries with people, different boundaries with different people. What makes you comfortable? You don't have to be 100% open all of the time. And I've also learned that it's not a bad thing to trust people, but make sure that people earn your trust. One of my favorite quotes, I believe that Oprah said it or Angela Mayu said it. I could be wrong on that, but they said, when people show you who they really are the first time, believe them. Such a powerful, powerful quote. Ash Ree says, the people who love you do not find pleasure in hurting you. The problem is in order for people to love us, they must first love themselves. And most people don't love themselves. You can't take what people do personally. What people do is about who they are, not about who you are. So powerfully written. Thank you, Ash Ree. Jocelyn Osler says, people will only treat you how you allow them to. Once you have been stung, you walk a different walk and refuse to be victimized. Do not be afraid to let friendships go. We make space for the wondrous to enter. Love what you do. Be a beacon of light and a breath of fresh air. Beautifully said. Thank you, Jocelyn. I'm sure many of you guys have heard the new Drake song called Fake Love. I think it's kind of funny, but this song is so spot on. How many times have you encountered somebody who's so nice to your face, but then talks bad about you behind your back? Remember that what people do or say reflects more on them than it does about you. Keep yourself clean. Always talk kindly about other people. And if you have a problem with someone, address them and communicate with them first. If they don't understand, if they continue to try and manipulate you or make you feel like you're the problem, then you know it's time to walk away. But at any given point, if you feel like you have really come clean in a relationship, if you've given your heart, your mind, your soul, and you've loved that person, and the relationship is still toxic to you, and they're still trying to hurt you or belittle you or betray you or be unkind with their words, know that you have to put up a boundary. Know that maybe perhaps it's time to say goodbye, as scary as it may be. Here's the weird thing. For some reason, it is very scary for us to say goodbye to somebody we know that we don't resonate with, or we know that we're angry with, or that has treated us poorly, or that we don't really want in our lives. Why is it so difficult for us to say goodbye to them? Do we still seek their approval? Do we not want them to talk badly about us? Whatever it may be, you have to find that security within yourself. You have to have that self-love enough to walk away, because none of that matters. All that matters is what is inside of here, how you see yourself, if you're at peace with your own decisions, if you are loving and kind to other people, if you're pursuing your passion, if you're pursuing your dreams. Let not the opinions of others affect how you feel about yourself. I've seen this situation happen many times in my life. Maybe about 4 or 5 times in a big way. It showed up in a big way. And the funniest thing is I continued to learn this lesson until I finally had to learn it. I've learned it on every playing field. Relationships, work relationships, friendships, family. And there were some relationships that I chose to continue on with and hold on to because I saw value in them and I felt there was still love present. And there were some relationships where I felt that I had been hurt so badly and mistreated so poorly. It was no longer good for my soul and my well-being to even have this person in my life. And it was very difficult for me to let go. It was difficult for me to let go of the memories, the love that I felt was once there. Even just not having a tie with a person that used to be in my life, because there's always that feeling of, oh, I want to be happy with everybody and love everybody and have everybody in my life and have everything be unicorns and rainbows. But guess what? Not everybody deserves to be in your life. Not everybody deserves to be in your close circle. Keep your circle tight. Keep it trustworthy. More oftentimes than not, you're going to have people who are going to try and breach your circle and somehow try to break it. For whatever insecurity they have, that's their issue, not yours. Keep your circle tight. I'm going to say this again. The people who truly love you will never try to hurt you in such a way. They will be there for you. They will support you. They will be willing to communicate with you and heal with you and level up with you. The people who love you will desire to level up with you. Keep that in mind. Do not play the games of a toxic person. Do not feed the drama. Do not feed the lies or the manipulations. If you know someone is lying to you, call them out. Come clean. But first and foremost, you deserve that respect, and you have to respect yourself enough to set those boundaries. Love yourself enough to set yourself free. So a question that I've been getting on my feed from this, me posting on Facebook and Instagram, is how do I distance myself from a relationship that I know is toxic and that is making me unhappy? Especially one that's coming from family, because it's not always easy to just cut somebody off, right? You can't just block them on Instagram. You can't just delete their number. Maybe you could, but it's not always that simple. And for me, I would say what becomes essential in this moment in time is communication. Being clear and honest with somebody about how you feel. For those of you who haven't read the book Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg, oh my gosh, please get this book. Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. There are 3 things to do in any essential conversation, which would be, number 1, express how you are feeling. I am feeling sad, hurt, betrayed. I'm feeling resentful, frustrated, angry. Express how you are feeling. Get those feelings out. Whatever it is, feel it. Let it come up. Sit with it. Be okay with it. Love those emotions. They're showing you that you are alive and you are human. And being human is absolutely beautiful. You are entitled to your emotions. No matter what anyone says, you are allowed to feel the way that you feel. And you're allowed to express those emotions. Yes? Yes. Number 2, communicating those emotions to the person that you have a connection with. is absolutely essential. Why? Because it lets them know where you are. Whatever ties that you have, it's coming clear. It's cleaning the air, essentially, right? Let's say that you're having a disagreement with your mom. Hey, Mom, I'm feeling angry, and I need to tell you this because I'm upset that you didn't pick me up from school, and it really hurt my feelings, right? And once you say that to her, I promise the amount of bricks that will be lifted off of your back, it feels so much lighter. It feels so much lighter to do that. And number 3, the third step is making a request, asking for something. Whether it be, hey, Mom, I'm upset because you didn't pick me up from school and you hurt my feelings. I have a request for you to be on time to pick me up from school. That way I'm not the last kid sitting there, right? Making a request. You're allowed to ask. You know, I request that you stop cheating on me because it hurts me and it makes me feel like you don't love me. I request that you stop lying to me. I don't appreciate your dishonesty. I request that you buy me flowers every day because I love flowers. Whatever it may be, your request can be something. But feeling your emotion and identifying it, sitting with it, being present, allowing it to process, expressing that emotion, communicating it, setting yourself free so that you're not holding it inside. And number 3, making a request to help yourself heal. All 3 of those things are vitally essential. And if that person cannot respect or communicate or sit with you in that place, maybe perhaps you know that relationship is completely toxic for you and you can't continue, and you know that there are going to have to be boundaries that are set that will distance yourself from that person, or that will allow you to have a slow and steady release to let go of whatever that energy is from your life, or just to say goodbye. Saying goodbye is really difficult. And keep in mind that saying goodbye to someone doesn't always mean goodbye forever. I'm never going to see you again. This is your death. You are dead to me. Sometimes it can mean that you are saying goodbye to the energy or the connection that you have with that person. You take a little bit of time and then you come back after you both have healed and you reestablish a new connection. Sometimes relationships need to take a little bit of break so that they can reestablish a stronger, more intimate, more powerful, more honest relationship. Sometimes people need that time, and that's okay. Sometimes you need that space so that you can break free from that toxicity, you can find that balance and that peace and that happiness within yourself, and you can come back with more self-love and more strength and courage and bravery and an understanding of what you need and want in a relationship to create happiness in your life. And that is so important. And lastly, I just want to say that sometimes you have to break free from creating a toxic space within yourself. Now, this is really the most powerful point I want to talk about, because it's so easy to blame others for a lot of what's going on. Oh my God, they did this to me, they did that, they hurt me, this happened, this happened. And very often we forget to look in the mirror and say, what is it about me that I can change? How can I take responsibility? How can I own up to my decisions, my actions? How can I be a better person here? From there, when we create that shift within ourselves, we realize it really isn't about the other person, but that I have complete power and control within myself to love myself, to create a better relationship with myself, and then move forward from there. Because once I do that, toxic relationships truly can't exist, because I won't allow anybody to cross that boundary with me. I've learned that lesson. I have enough love to not allow someone to disrespect me in that way. And if someone comes into my space who tries to hurt me, I'm going to communicate. I'm going to know what actions to take to protect myself, to protect my heart, to know when to trust or not to trust. First and foremost, always look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can I improve myself? How can I love myself more? I also just want to add that forgiveness is vital for you to move forward and to have peace. Forgiving the other person for hurting you, and forgiving yourself for allowing them to hurt you. This is vital. And you will thank yourself at the end of the day for leveling up and being willing to grow your spirit. And I promise you, when you try to grow yourself in such a way, only more beautiful things come your way. And yes, more growth opportunities will come, and you will learn deeper and more valuable lessons. And sometimes they won't always be easy, they'll be more difficult, but they will be more fulfilling for you in the end. I only say this because I've been down that road. It's not easy, and I've asked for wisdom and I've asked for the truth, and sometimes it comes back in a form that you don't want it. But if you're willing to accept it and change it, then truly powerful transformation can occur. That is when true happiness and healing can come into your life. And then all of your wildest dreams can then become possible. If you guys have been through a situation like this, if you resonate with this video, if you've liked the message of this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. I would love to hear your experiences. I'm reading every comment. I really just want you to comment below. I want you to share support with those who need it. Let us know what you think. Give a thumbs up, comment below. And if you can, please hit the subscribe button. Join the family. Love to have you here. I'm trying to upload videos for you guys every day. And if you want to see more videos like this on a more personal level, let me know. I love talking about these types of things. So thank you. I appreciate all of you for being here with me. If you want to follow me daily, you can find me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Insta Stories, all the above at FullyRaw and FullyRawKristina. I love you guys. Thank you for being beautiful people, supportive people in my group. I hope you've appreciated this video, and I'm sending you all my hugs and my love. Bye.